Tom, straight up, how much has Carmichael-Hunt's cocaine scandal damaged the SUNS' reputation, do you think?
Obviously, we've had a tough week as a club last week, so I think the best thing we could have done was have a good game on the weekend. That's the only way we can sort of get out of this scandal, if you call it that. Obviously, hasn't reflected well on the club. We're trying to move on, and senior management's going to deal with the issues over the coming weeks or days. And then, yeah, the best thing we can do is just knuckling down and playing some good footy.
And doing that, you're heading up north and you're trying to establish a foothold up there. Does it make it hard to establish a foothold in a non-AFL area when you've got all this stuff boiling away underneath?
I think the best thing we can do is just play good footy. Fans are only going to jump on with you when you're playing good footy. We know that, so that's the best way for us to get a foothold in that area. We want to be the team for Queensland, and the best way of that is just win games footy.
How's Harley responded in the last sort of 5 or 6 days?
Harley had a tough week last week, as you can imagine. But we're all there to support him, trying to help him through. Senior management will take care of the issues, what to do with him from now on. But yeah, at the moment we're just trying to support him and keep him relatively upbeat as much as we can. He's took it pretty hard, as you can imagine, but we're trying to, as teammates and friends, we're just trying to help him.
You're part of the leadership group, Tom. Do you have a role in any possible sanctions that may be applied to Harley or anything like that? Do you guys want to be involved in that sort of process?
Management's going to take care of that. We're going to, they're going to gather the facts and then they're going to work through it. Mostly we may have some discussion, but senior management will take care of that and give their opinions.
On leadership, Nathan Bock's been quoted as saying there's a lack of leadership. You're part of that leadership group. How do you respond to comments like that from former teammates?
We've identified that we need stronger leaders. We've obviously recruited Mel Chesky in the off-season. He's been great to have the leadership, and Rich Catelli's been fantastic. And now we've got Gaz back, which is great. So I think Dave, Dean and myself, we're trying to step up as much as we can. I think we've grown enormous in that area. I think Nathan's been out of the club for almost a year now, so it's hard to comment, know what goes really on inside the club. But we think we're making massive gains in that area, not only the leadership group, but the group under us.
Tom, it seems it's all come to a head now. All this publicity around not just the drugs, but the drinking, booze bans and whatever else. Do you think your footy club, despite it seeming to be happening now, is in a better position than it was maybe this time last year? Do you think you're actually ahead of where the public perception is, and we're hearing about these things because they're getting weeded out?
Yeah, that's right. We could have quite comfortably, a couple of issues with the drinking, we could have said we'll just deal with it internally, but as a club we want to be hard on the standards and make sure, and this year we're trying to affect change and be so much harder on the standards, and we believe we're making massive gains in that area. Obviously it's hard for the public to see that with this year compared to last year, especially win-loss, but there's other factors to that as well. So we think we're making massive gains. Sometimes you sort of have to go backwards to go forwards, and we think that we're in a much stronger position.
So having said that, how many chances do you think footballers deserve before enough's enough?
I think you just have to deal with each circumstance as it comes. You can't really say because there's different variables and things like that. So I think we'll just deal with it as it comes. Obviously there comes a tipping point. I'm not sure what that is. So we'll just work through it and yeah, hopefully, and we know we're affecting change, and we're definitely ahead of this time last year.
Tom, football clubs educate their players about life after football. Do you think there's enough education within this organisation as far as illicit drugs and educating players about the dangers of them?
Yeah, we all know the dangers of illicit drugs. It's not just a footy problem; it's a society problem. We know that we're a lot less compared to the rest of society, but we're definitely being educated, and we're trying to affect change. And yeah.
Tom, obviously you got the captain back on the weekend.
Yeah.
I guess not just having him back, but the fact that he did play so well. I mean, has that given everyone a real boost around the fact that he looks like he's now right to go?
Yeah, definitely. He's obviously a champion of the game. He had a good game on the weekend. It was great to have him back out there, and also having Dave Swallow back as well. He's a vice captain as well, and just having good, great players obviously through the midfield and good strong leaders. So that definitely helps guys like Boston and Tuke Miller and people going through the midfield.
He wasn't there for all the training today. Is he okay as far as you know? Is he pulled up sore from last weekend?
No, Gaz is fine. Sort of first game back, you tend to pull up a little bit sore, but yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, Gaz will be fine.
So we've seen in our good performance the team can produce on the weekend. What do you think can be achieved from the rest of the game and the end of the year?
Oh, we've after the bye we come back and we said we want to have a really big second half. Obviously getting Gaz back, getting Dave Swallow back, obviously helps. So we're looking at finish the season strong. We don't want to limp to the finish line. We want to finish strong, get some confidence in our game style, and learn what Rocket continue to educate on what Rocket wants. So we're looking for a big second half of the year.
And Tom, obviously Dixon had a great game on Saturday night. How sad would it be for you to see him possibly leave the side?
Yeah, Charlie had a great game on the weekend. He's having a good year. He's a good local target up forward, so we obviously want him to stay. I think they'll obviously take care of itself, but yeah, I'm pretty confident he'll end up staying.